Hello, 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 beautiful people. So today I am wanting to use some of the Arteza felt fabric. It's 12 inch by 14 inch. And guys, there is every shade of the rainbow in this colors. It's 50 sheets of 50 different colors. And then I'm also going to take my 11 by 14 inch mixed media paper from Arteza as well. Guys, this is my favorite paper. I've told y'all over and over again. I really, really like Arteza's paper. So what I did was I actually cut a few sheets in half so that they were 7 inches tall. And then I'm going to take this piece of gray felt fabric here and I'm going to make a little journal. And the reason kind of behind this and why I decided to do this project was, if you weren't aware, I have been doing a lot of clean out, just trying to organize myself. I'm now using my art room for a home office as well, to work from home. So yeah, if all the clutter and like the messy of it with me having to work in there now, it was really taking a toll on me. So, in the midst of all the clean out, I'm showing you guys here the measurements. If y'all need to to know, y'all better pay attention because y'all know I'm not about that life. So anyway, what I found when I was doing all the clean out is when you start putting all the giblets of paper and the giblets of fabric, and if you're new here, welcome. Giblets is what I mean when I say scraps of fabric and stuff. And so I have a lot of it. So whenever Arteza, they're freaking amazing to work with, they sent me this and said, hey, come up with a project. And I was like, okay. So in the midst of all of this cleaning and all of that, I found these all these scraps and giblets of fabric. And I was like, dude, what am I ever going to do with this? But you know how we are, guys. Y'all know we can't just get rid of it. Well, Lord have mercy, no. So what I did do is I put it all in a little giblet container. And so that's where they've been sitting now for the last few weeks. So I decided it was a perfect time to break out the felt and break out the scraps. And you're about to see me attempt something that I have never done before. And so one of the things was what I realized was I started trying to plan out. Terrible idea for me. I just don't work that way, guys. I just do not work. I had a general idea that I wanted to make a journal, I wanted to use scraps, and I wanted to use felt. That is good enough plan for Tiff, okay? When I start laying this fabric down and my brain starts working about, oh, what do I need to lay here? Oh, what do I do now? And I just said, oh, Lord, this is stressing me out, child. I just don't work like that. So I am going to attempt and like play around and lay it out. And then I'm going to really just say, screw it. And then I'm going to take all the scraps that I wanted to use and I'm going to take it over there to the sewing machine. And whatever I grab and stick down is where it's going to go, because it was just doing too much. And I was like, you know what? Art should be fun and it should not be stressful. And I need another journal. Like, I need a hole in my head. So what is really the deal right now? Okay. So if you feel like I feel whenever I sat down to try to plan out how I was going to do all these overwhelming amount of scraps, just stick that stuff down. And I was actually quite impressed with myself because I did not even like tack it down with glue. I just did it all with the sewing machine. Went over there, I had variegated thread. I just whipped that baby on there, and then I was feeling myself And I decided to make me a little pen holder right there. Sure did. I wasn't caring if it was front, back, right, or left. What I knew my mission was to use the giblets and to make a quick little journal. So these jumbo paper clips, guys, love them. I use them all the time whenever I'm binding journals because they hold all your papers really good, and they're jumbo, so it's not like you're gonna leave them in the book, although I have come really close. And now I'm going to use this book binding cradle. My friend Michelle, what's up, Mickelnay? Her husband actually made this for us. I sent her a picture, and we kind of talked about it one day, and she was like, oh, yeah, Matt can make one of those. He'll make one for you. I'm like, oh, way to go, pimp your husband out. I appreciate you. Thanks. So thank you, Matt, for making this for me. Michelle, make sure he heard the thank you. And then I'm going to make a template, which is just a scrap piece of paper that I had over to the side, and I wanted to make it the same height that the pages are going to be, and then I'm going to fold it in half, and voila, bada bang, bada boom. Then I have a template, guys. So with that being said, I'm just going to sit it right in that little cradle, and I am going to take my awl, and I'm just going to stab it. No measuring here, just a 3-hole punch, because we're going to use a simple binding, a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, I believe it's called. Aren't y'all impressed? That was like pretty technical for me. So I am going to just stab those holes, use the template, and then boom, I'm ready to stitch this baby in. Now you get the opportunity to learn from Tiff and the mistakes that I make along the way. Aren't you proud? Well, let me just tell you guys, what I did not figure out or think through or whatever you call it, okay, in my quote-unquote plan, was to create a gusset in the book for these 2 signatures. And you will see at the end of this why the gusset would have come in. And the gusset is just that spine area. I think that's what you call the gusset anyway. That's what Tiffany's going to call the gusset. But what I found was, yeah, we're going to be a little out of whack. But which is par for the course for me, guys. It doesn't surprise me. I wing everything. And so that's why when it doesn't turn out exactly quote unquote right, then you know what? I'm like, well, that's wonky. That's my wonky style. So I'm just going to take that awl and stab through, since I don't really have holes on the other side to kind of tell me where the lineup should be. And so that awl will actually allow me to be able to see where the signatures are. And the signatures, if you don't know what that is, you're brand new to bookbinding. What that is it's the stack of papers that is just stacked together like that. That it's 4 papers that I just put a crease in, and that's what you call a signature. So I'm going to take the awl again just to stab through, and my camera does get a little wild because you can see the bag of rice in the corner. I'm trying to weigh it down because I realized, I don't know, once I cleaned off my desk, I guess, all those papers were kind of weighing it down. I've noticed a little bit of shaky going on in my videos. So that bag of rice right there and the flour or sugar on the other side is what I'm using to hold it up. I am a very professional videographer of YouTube videos. Said no one. I probably should buy like a real professional setup, but you know what? This gets the job done, and that's okay. And I'm going to go through that last hole. So again, I went through the middle, leaving the tail in the middle. Then I went to the bottom, went out, come all the way back up to the top, and now I have the tail. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make sure it's all good and tight. And then I'm going to secure it. And this is wax linen thread. In my very first book binding things, like I did not buy the linen or wax. I don't know that it's linen or not. It's just a wax thread, guys. I didn't buy that. And the wax really helps. So, you can see there, if I would have been paying attention, you could tell that I'm going to be off. But, yeah, we're not going to let it affect our lives. We're just going to keep on moving along, moving along. Alright, so now I've got my second signature. And guys, really, if the truth be told, I could have gone in with a third signature, but the whole idea behind this video is just giving you some ideas on how to take. And if you don't have felt, well, you can buy felt from Arteza and it's very affordable. And what I will also tell you is that they are giving all of my viewers a 10% coupon, and I will leave that link in the bottom. Now, the 10% coupon is through Arteza's website. And then they also sell their stuff on Amazon too. So I will link my affiliate link down below, so you can decide if it's better for you to go through Amazon or you can go through Arteza's website and save that 10%. So now I'm just going back through the middle there. And boom, 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 boom. There you go. Now I'm just going to tighten it up. Now is about where I'm going to determine that my thingy is off and my back piece is longer than my front piece. But it's no big deal. Alright, so you can see I that I have this piece. And now if I would have cut that, if I would have not sewed all the way to the edge, I could have cut that off. So then I thought, well, another cool thing is I could use that as like a feature of the book and use that ribbon. I mean, not ribbon, lace that I got at the thrift store. And I thought, hey, that's pretty cool. I could add a third signature in there. Either or, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it's my book, so it doesn't really matter how I do it. So I hope that this has given you some good ideas of how you can make felt journals or something with all the scraps that maybe you also have as well. And I hope that you have an amazing day. Don't forget the coupons below as well as their affiliate links. All right, until next time, toodaloo.